Dr. Tillmann Benfey, Professor of Biology, University of New Brunswick.
We have a very large aquaculture industry already in the Bay of Fundy that's farming Atlantic salmon. And it's an industry that's developed over the last 30 or so years and is at a point now where the production of farmed salmon, both here in New Brunswick but around the world, has become so large that it's hard to make a good profit with farming salmon. So what we're looking at is developing alternative species to complement the salmon farming industry. So that's what we're working on, is specifically halibut as one of the alternatives to salmon. Other people are working on cod as another alternative species to diversify the aquaculture industry. The outcomes we hope for, obviously, are that we can demonstrate that this is a biologically and economically feasible prospect to farm Atlantic salmon in the Bay of Fundy. That would be the ideal outcome. The early life history of halibut is quite different from salmon. They spawn in salt water rather than fresh water. They have eggs that float in the ocean rather than being buried in a stream bed like for salmon. So it's been a real challenge to get hatchery production of halibut to a stage where we can get juvenile fish to put in cages. And that's now the case, so the next question is how well will juvenile halibut grow to market size? The salmon aquaculture industry is the biggest contributor to the local economy in Charlotte County. So we have a region that historically was economically depressed with decline in commercial fisheries, has seen tremendous growth through the aquaculture industry. If we can develop species not just to complement Atlantic salmon as a species for aquaculture, but also to expand the range in which we can do aquaculture, that would have tremendous economic benefit. So really we don't want to replace Atlantic salmon as an aquaculture species, we want to build on that success. It's easy for me to stand here and talk about the project in a global sense, but it's the students that are actually there collecting the data that we need at the farm. It's the employees at the farm that are working with them that are really the heart of this project. So it's a pleasure for me to be in front of the camera, but really to say that I'm one small part of a big team that's made all this possible.